Hello, I'm Brent Vagedes with Rich Products, and we're here at the IDDBA show in Orlando, Florida, and we have a program in the Show and Sell Center that I'd like to do a brief presentation on. It's called a cake slice program. It fits in with the trend of smaller portion sizes and offering your customers a lot of variety. We start this with a half sheet cake, any flavor, and you slice it into 3 equal sections. From that point, I'm going to take each section and I'm going to slice through the cake, through all 3 pieces, and that is going to give me 6 sections. And on a 9x26 show tray for your case, you take the slice sections and you build the giant bar from which we're going to get the slices. And then we will take any variety of whipped icing. I'm using chocolate today. Use a speed icer tube in a bag, and I'm going to put, it's approximately 12 ounces of whipped icing between each layer, just like so. And I'm going to repeat the process with the chocolate whipped icing. And there again, approximately 12 ounces between each layer. And lastly, I'll slice the remaining section. It's good to work with the cake when it's a little bit chilled. You'll be able to slice it easier and handle it a little bit easier. And then once again, I'll do the same procedure on the top. This is going to be the top of our cake, so at this point I'm going to just smooth out the top of it using a flat edge bowl scraper. Don't worry about the sides at this point too much. That's 3 layers of chocolate cake with chocolate whipped icing in between each layer. And at this point, to make it easy for the people waiting on the customers, I'm going to score it into 16 pieces. So you can take the back of a spatula or the back of a knife. I'm going to score it into 16, which is half of each half, and then half of each one of those sections, and then once again, half of each one of those sections. At this point, I'm going to take a bag with the same icing and a large star tube, similar to what you'd ice cupcakes with, and I'm going to start at the bottom, pipe, and just run it up the top and pull off. I'm going to do that all the way around the cake. You don't have to be a skilled decorator to do some of these types of products. Cake decorating is all about knowing when to squeeze the bag and knowing when to release. So with anything, if you're making a rosette, or if you're doing a process like this, it's just knowing when to squeeze the bag and knowing when to release. Okay, so that is our cake slice bar, which we would display in the showcase. The counter people can cut slices of different flavors for the customer and package them as they go that way. We'll finish this off on top. A lot about catching the customer's eye is not only in color and looks, but it's also in contrast. So we did the sides with a star tube, which gives you this look here. I'm going to go down the center with just an open coupler in the bag and put a nice border type look right down the center of the cake. And on that we'll put our garnishes. And on this one we are going to kind of alternate with some maraschino cherries and some chocolate fans. And then we'll use the chocolate fans on the remaining slices. Looks quite nice in the showcase. And there the cake is finished and ready for the showcase. So that's our cake slice program. I'll remind you that's only a 1/2 sheet of a cake. It's kind of deceiving in a way that that's a half sheet of cake because it looks like quite a bit more than that. You have a customer that comes up and they want a slice of the mint chocolate cake. We pull it out. Our slices are pre-scored like we did. We would slice. We'd place that slice in the container. The customer could get 3 or 4 different flavors and a nice portion size for maybe 2 people for dessert this evening. Any combination of flavor and color works nicely on here. I could also, on a cake similar to this, fill the insides with peanut butter flavored whipped icing and do the top with peanut butter and then go around the outside with the chocolate, which makes a great chocolate and peanut butter combination. The cake slice program is pretty easy to put together. It works nice out of a refrigerated showcase, a program that you could take back to your stores and make in the bakery.